G'day everybody! Welcome to today's stream. I'm your host Mitch, you can call me Taz, and welcome to a rather boring screen right here. G'day Thoth, g'day Sim, how are we doing? Oh, nice new plane, or she certainly is. Now, as we can see, a rather boring screen here, but I thought with this video we were gonna do something a bit different. Basically because you're not buying an aircraft, you're buying an experience with the Challenger 650 hot start. I wouldn't mind a bit of a rebate, you know, with the advertising. No, but in honestly, yeah, I thought, in all honesty, the 650 is, it's not just the plane, and that's something I will comfortably stand on. Let me just change this over. Okie doke, there we go. But yeah, definitely not an aircraft that's just the plane. There's a whole lot more dynamics to this that go into it that I would say it's probably the most realistic experience. I mean, I don't fly in real life yet, but it's definitely one of the more, it's definitely more on the extreme side of flight sim, and you'd hope so for the price. Oh, Sim, you know, look, mate, I haven't talked to a woman in years, but look, I'll be honest. Mate. I definitely have the hots for Jenny. Don't tell her I said that. Okie doke. Well, anyway, I think it would be great if we got started instead of just waiting here for me. That does absolutely nothing. Let's see if I can change this over. There we go, video capture to voice. See if we can play with this camera a little bit, because it's definitely a bright element. Actually, I know we'll fix it. One moment. And that's done jack shit. So if I'm sitting far away from the camera, it's okay, but okie doke. Anyway, enough of my bullshit, and I will say that I'm Australian. I'm very much entitled to it. So, beginning, when you start the 650, you've got these three options. You can go your career mode, which basically means that your airframes will have persistent saves, but also will track where they are, their status, everything, and perfectly. And I mean perfectly. You say, load up an aircraft, you're loading the FMS. FMS is loaded, game crashes. Load the sim up, if you load the plane, it is exactly where you were before the game crashed. And it is the best autosave feature I've seen. I know it's in the Tollus, they have a version of it. Definitely not as good. Network guest mode, this is if you want to share a cockpit and play online. One, awesome feature. Two, unlikely to use it myself because, well, CL650 pilots are few and far between. Let's keep in mind, in Australian dollars, this is $190. In USD, I think it's 124 US dollars. So definitely one of the most expensive add-ons. So definitely a limited player base. And then you got non-persistent mode, which basically means that that plane is starting every time, cold and dark, you skip the FBO, which is a feature of this plane, and you skip everything. You just basically spawn in the plane like you would with a Tollus or whatever, or any other plane for that. Yeah, you have a good one, Thoth. Have a good one. But yes, yes, Sim. Definitely. So today we'll go career mode. We're going to go network host mode. Just going to delete that. See. and I do like VH Oscar Golf Lima. Now, we've got a few liveries to choose from. Canadian Forces, Dunker, which I think I'll fly when we do some more German flying. Global, it's not showing now, but it's a green and white Canadian livery. It's absolutely gorgeous. Grey Goose wasn't too bad. It's just I completely forget. House livery I'm more inclined to use. Louder. If we're doing some, well, we are in Australia. You've got Rack Life, which is actually in Queensland, and our first leg's going to be Brisbane down to Sydney. So this would be a realistic livery to use. Also for Australia, we've got Zulu November Echo, which has got this fabulous, I think it's a whale shark painted on the side. So I'm going to give you guys 3 choices: Zulu November Echo, Life Flight, so Oscar Foxtrot Alpha, or House Livery. What are we thinking? What liveries are we going for? And while you come up with that, I'm just going to change this camera over. Zulu November Echo. Okay, Sim. Sure can. Okie doke. Zulu November Echo it is. So that'll be X-Ray November Echo, yes. And what I'll do in that case is I'm just going to delete this. X and E. That's another thing with a lot of the liveries available for this aircraft. The registrations aren't permanent, so you can keep changing the registrations. Anyway, press the button down here, enter FBO, and we're going to confirm that. And while we confirm that, I'm going to get my air conditioner on because it's bloody hot. Now, I'm just going to say this ahead of time. I'm nowhere proficient in this aircraft. I've had a few flights with her, and it's definitely smoothed over my progress, and there has obviously been progress, but I wouldn't say I know fully this aircraft. So the overview that we're going to give today is just very basic.
Please check your quarantine scripts folder.
Yeah, we'll do. I've had that error for like the past week now since 12.3. I have no reason why. I have to go into X organize something. Okay, doke. FPS. I'll keep this FPS counter here until we get in the aircraft. Now, keep in mind with Brisbane, I have the Brisbane City scenery and the Brisbane Airport V2 scenery by Orbex. So, walking through this FBO, what we're going to do, we're going to get this music. Just turn that down a little. There we go, that's a bit better. Okay, so here's your FBO space. Definitely interesting. What we'll do, start with, gonna come here.
Welcome to Hot Start Flight Support. How can we help you today?
X-Ray November Echo. We'll expect what? So I've changed the time, so it's daytime, so we can actually see the thing. Let's say we get up in the next 40 minutes. We're going to want Jet A fuel. There's going to be 3 crew, so 2 pilots, flight attendant, and we'll have, say, 5 packs on today. So that's going to bring us to a total of 8. And to do that, what I'm going to do is I'm just going to put this down on notes. And this is something you'll realize with this aircraft. You're going to take notes a lot more. You need to use your brain. You need to use math. Okay, so 8 crew. And we'll get an AC power source. Sign this.
Of course, Captain. I'll get that organized for you right away.
As you should. Now this would be your flight planner. It doesn't really work for me. You open SimBrief, but it opens up on the wrong SimBrief page, and then you try to log your flight plan and it doesn't really work. So, I mean, I'll try it right now. Because I'm logged in and everything, so that's no worries, and I'm logged in with the plane as well. Yep, cool. So that's all good. Can walk out here, and this is the big reveal, everyone. Look at that bird. Now, mind you, a lot of these performance issues are caused by 12.3 being an absolute noose around a lot of people's necks. It runs, doesn't run efficiently. And realistically, I could go in 12.2 with this aircraft. And the reason I say we can go in 12.2 with this aircraft very easily is it doesn't have the weather radar, which is really disappointing. But, oh well, alas, that's what we need to deal with. That is one of the real factors. Oh, Sim. Don't remind me, please. Don't remind me. The Falcon 8X is going to be my most flied aircraft. I'm confident. I've sat in a 7X's cockpit, and when I was doing my Air Force stuff, that was actually the aircraft I was going for. The 8X is just, I mean, you look how long of, so the plane looks great, it's just the systems that they're working on, and they're coming along really nicely. Yeah, Nathan, I think I've seen the same video. The Challenger is just schmick. Anyway, guys, hang on. Let's get this all sorted. I mean, look at. I mean, let's start with the modeling. Absolutely phenomenal. Not a pixel in sight. Very, very, very high quality, and that's what I love. Every single latch operable. There we go. Oh, look at that. There you go there. Lock it up. Texture work on that is also phenomenal. I mean, she's a gorgeous aircraft. Look at this weather as well. And now, also, I just want to add, the graphics settings that we're playing with today are relatively, well, they're medium and around that, but definitely on the higher end. But I mean, just gorgeous. I mean, look at the texture work in that, just to get that on this. Gorgeous. Anyway, we'll start our pre-flight. So, open this up. We're going to open this lid. Never stand under a door. Obviously, the sounds. I mean, come on. Now, there's a few cases actually where pilots have stood under the doors, especially with doors like this, and the cabin wasn't fully depressurized. Poof! And dead. Anyway, let's do our profile. So, let's get all of our pitot covers off. Crouch down here. Get off the gear. There. There. Fuel truck is here. I mean, how gorgeous does that look? Where can I hide this? Oh, that's a photo and a half there. That is a photo and a half there. If you ever want to see these photos, they're in our brand new Discord actually. So definitely look out for that. But I mean, come on. Texture work is just phenomenal. We're going to come down here, get this pin off, and we're going to go around. Here's our AC power unit finally. And get this off. Awesome. So that is all of our tags. Let's get in the cabin. Now something that's really interesting, very unique to this aircraft is, well, one, a fully modeled cabin.
Fuel truck is hooked up. Just let me know how much fuel you need. Or would you like to go tanks full today?
I'm not going to answer that yet. But like, look at these seats. And what I love, sit down. Beautiful. Obviously, we've got a lavatory now. Now, this is my scrutiny. Where's my running water? Phantom 300 has that. Can't even open the toilet up. I mean, come on. Of course I am joking. Oh, I've glitched myself actually into the cabin hold. Well, this is interesting. Anyway, everyone, we're going to skip to the cockpit. And I mean, look at this. Actually, I will step up in the cabin. Absolutely gorgeous, gorgeous, gorgeous texture work. Yeah, I know, Sim. Toilet doesn't work. I mean, how can they think they can charge this much money and the toilet doesn't work? Anyway, let's sit down in this cabin. What I'm going to do is I'm going to get this and I'm going to bring the brightness down considerably. At least, now I will give Hot Start this. It is one of the only aircraft where when you have AvaTab open on a display, not like this because then it's too dark, when you have it open in the real world, quote unquote, in the sim, it's not it has enough contrast and it's not overly exposed. Like for that, that's perfectly okay. Anyway, let's get this sorted. So we're going to come up here, battery master on, check the screen comes on correct, and we'll get external power. Now we're going to get a warning for passenger, well, wheel door. Gonna get our lighting for all our panels down. There you go, there's the nose door warning. To get all of these brightnesses down. And for this nose door, we're going to come up here. We're going to go to 3 alpha. That's a hydraulic pump. You can actually hear it turn on. Going to come around here, and you see where the external power goes in this little switch here. Wonderful. So that's all done now. Sit back in the cockpit. No warnings. That's good. Get our nav lights on. Just to indicate that we have indeed got fuel. Still cabin temperature's looking okay. Overhead lights, I mean, they work perfectly fine. Now, where is it? There's a certain button I'm looking for. Well, what we're going to do, passenger signs come on, emergency lights can come to armed. There's a switch for the lights up here and I'm trying to find it. Here. There they are. So that's a lot better. And I mean, look at that. Everything's loading up. RS is aligning automatically. You don't have to flip any switches or anything. Let's check. Oh, no. Oh, no. We're going to die. AirRack was updated today, wasn't it? And I haven't updated it. Oh, well. We're going to die, everyone. What we're going to do, we're going to go back to our index. Suppose, no, it is in IRS. No, it's not here either. Is it status? Perfect, so we'll get that database on. At least, so that will work. Index, pause in it. And we'll go Whiskey, Bravo, Bravo, November. Drag that coordinate and bring that down. We're going to go to a flight plan. Now what we're going to do with the flight plan, go to index, we're going to go to, I've just realized we might have a problem with that flight plan because that's using the brand new AirRack data. Let me edit that and try to put it into the last AirRack data. I think I can do it. I hope I can do it. Yes, I can. Very nice. And thankfully, it does absolutely nothing. As in, it doesn't change it. Okie doke. Sorry, just getting a few things sorted out. 1,000 feet, yeah, cool. That all works. Now I'm just going to download this file plan. Now, something that is very unfortunately prominent. This aircraft likes to take reality, I think, to a degree, a bit too far. What do I mean by that? In that, when you try to do or load in a flight plan or something like that, it takes too long. It genuinely takes too long. You could wait up to 15 minutes. And look, I apologize. I don't have that much time, realistically. Oh jeez, look, I can play around with the camera there. How many times is that going to open up? Okie doke. So, let's go to our flight. So we're going to go to route menu. And normally what you want to do is you want to go to index, route menu, and flight plan recall. You will press this send button. And basically what this will, after you put in your flight plan, so Whiskey, Bravo, November, and we're going down to YSSY today. You do that, send to data link, and it's still pending, but then you'll get your flight plan and it'll go into the secondary flight plan. Here's the problem. It can take up to 15 minutes. I don't have 15 minutes to just be sitting here waiting for a flight plan. So, a little hack for this. You go to your route menu, you go to your disk route list, and this will show you all the routes that you have on your thing. And if I'm lucky, I can go Whiskey Bravo November, Whiskey Sierra Whiskey Oscar 1, and I can interesting. No, I can't do that. I'm learning with you at this moment. No worries. So what we'll do, we'll just go down. Now there's definitely a few routes I want to be flying with this soon. Okie doke, here we go. YBBN, YSSY. Let's just make sure that's the only one. Previous YBBN, YSSY. There we go. I'll press execute there. Let's go to our, not perf, flight plan. Okay, well that's, I won't be surprised if it's because of the thing. So we're going to go back to route menu. Let's see if this works again. Disk route list. Lot of flying in this. RBVN, YSSY. There we go. Loading in all the details. YSSY, YBM, 416 miles. That is correct. And this is in the secondary flight plan, as you can see. We're going to actually activate this. We're going to go execute. Go to our flight plan, and then here we go. See, it's the active flight plan. Departing 01 left. So if I go and close this and I get back my thing, I will go Y, and you actually have to use this keyboard. So we got all of our data, 1017 actually, I'll get that put in. If I go to, actually, see I could go through here, we can go there, airport info, this is the chart I want. Yeah, this is a really cool feature with this. Zoom in, there's 01 left, so it takes it here, okay? Or, I can come over here, I can press this little button here, bring this down as well, and I can actually have the chart open in the aircraft. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to get the stick. Perfect. And the zoom button, I believe, is there. So here you go, and when you have your ADS-B on and everything, I believe you actually get to see your aircraft fly it while moving. So then you go there, and we'll go via whiskey, and then down. Okie doke. So now that everything is alive, yeah, Sim. Well, the thing is, this plan, well, thing has persisted for a while now. So we require 2,800 kilos of fuel today. And something I've just forgot, I need to go to Airframe Manager, edit, disregard that, edit avionics options, and we need to come here, and we need to go to kilograms. I don't know why that's it. I wish you could switch it to be in feet, well, meaning kilograms by default, and it doesn't, and it does my head in. Move that over to meters. And I prefer this sound set. Okie doke. So, to refuel this aircraft, we want to come up here. Fuel. It's in kilos, that is correct. We'll open these. Gonna go fuel shut off. That's perfect. So, we need 2.8 tons. I would like to say I'm more comfortable with 3 tons. So, let's take our weight. So we need 1,000 kilos, right? So 1 ton of fuel. I'm going to go to 1,000. And we're going to multiply this by 0. Negative. We're going to divide by 0.806. That means we need 1,240.69. Nice. 1,240 litres. So we're going to find that. 1,240 litres.
Alright, I'm gonna go start up the pump.
Do the shut-off test. And they all light up. Perfect. So while that loads up, make sure RSs are aligned. G'day Toots. How can I help you?
Hello, Captain. It's Jenny from Hot Start Flight Support. Your passengers have arrived. Shall I have them brought to the plane?
Not yet. We are...
Understood. Just call me when you're ready to receive them. Anything else?
That's all.
Always a pleasure. Take care.
Now I'll be at this airport in a few days actually. I think 10 days. I'll be flying down to Sydney, go see grandparents, and then I'll be flying from Sydney all the way up to Malaysia. So that's very, very short. And I can't wait. I need to get out of this bloody town. Resigning from work. Well, that's my big announcement. I'm resigning from work on Monday. I can't wait. So yeah, 10 days and I'll be at this airport. And I can say this. That is exactly what this airport looks like. Okie doke. So, as you can see here, 2,160 to the... Yeah, okay. As you can get the gist, it's reloading. Refueling. ATS is already on fail, so that's no worries, it's actually on, thankfully. Nothing we can do much now, waiting for the RS to line. Data link flight plan loaded. That's taken about, what, 5-10 minutes? Yeah, we've already got our flight plan, we are all good. Gonna double check our departures, so it's runway 01 left. I'll actually get my charts up. This is one of the better things with Navigraph is, well, one, you get all the AIRAC data, but I can go on to this. Well, I can go into their chart app that they've made, download the flight plan, I can visualize it. If you have an iPad, whatever, you can visualize it. And that's very interesting. Okay, so what we'll be doing, so we'll fly straight past 1500 and then we're going to turn left 180 degrees and then we'll come up and meet Seneg. So this is going to be a bit of a different departure, let's just say that. What we're going to do, everything's all okay, we're going to go to our Perth today. And we're going to go to Perth Inlet. We are carrying 8 passengers, that's what I have written down. And they're going to say carry 250 kilos of cargo. Fuel today is going to be 3 tons. We're almost done actually.
Refueling is complete, Captain. Do you need anything else? Alright, I'm gonna go start up the pump.
Let's pump that a little bit more mate, and then we'll be all okay. Going based on vibes there really. 2,980. Regardless, we're going to come down here. I want 3 tons of fuel. But we'll actually probably have to wait for that. Now, something that's really great with this aircraft, when in doubt, flight level 400. And what we have to do, remember this FMS is old. If you've seen any of my really old videos in the BAE 146, this is the FMS that was put into it at that stage. What I'm going to come up here. We're just going to close this off. And fuel coming off. There we go. And now that we've got that, 3,040 kilos. Perfect. Execute. It's still refueling. Very interesting.
Refueling is complete, Captain. Do you need anything else?
Nope, disconnect.
Okay, just one quick signature on here, and I'll be on my way. Here's a copy for your records. Have a nice day.
Fair bit of money. Fortunately, that's nothing for the aerospace world. 3,080. Let's just double check that. Takeoff. 01 left. Let's get our wins. So, first of all, 1017 is our QNH for today. Let's change that over. 1017. Wins are 260 at 3 knots, 260 at 3. And our outside air temperature is 21 degrees. Checked and correct. Perfect. So we'll go there. Gonna go next. This is where you'll have your V speeds. And that's all good. So we're gonna send that over. Perfect. And that's complete. One thing I want to do is what I like to do in all my aircraft that I fly. Come over here. We're going to go to our menu. First of all, SVS. And we're going to go to config. HPA, that is correct. And we're going to change this. This is what I call a flight director. I do not like the vector one before at all. I'm very much a hater of it. Bearing science. Nope. That's not what I'm looking for. I'm looking for overlays. No, it's some map system, isn't it? And we're going to have our altitude showing for the waypoints. And we're going to have our speed showing as well. Basically, if there's a speed restriction or anything like that, that's what I do want on. Go back to our menu. Let's come down. Overlays. Really don't mean anything, unfortunately. So config. No, okay. So that's all set up and done. We're all fueled up. What we're going to do, we're going to come up here. And we're just going to get our APU on. So we're going to press down the power. Hold the start switch down. There we go. RPM EGT is building. Let's make sure we watch that and make sure that start light is illuminated. Sure is. Coming up. Switch over to APU gen. There we go. We're on APU gen. Let's open the bleed valve and the packs can come on. Want to get this aircraft cooled. Beforehand, ATS lights has gone out. That's very nice. Now we'll call Jenny, my darling. Cool.
Hot start
I'll
flight
check the
support.
chat while I
Jenny
can.
speaking. How can we help?
Bring passengers,
Understood.
please.
They'll be there in a couple of minutes.
No worries.
Anything else?
Nope, that's okay, darling. You can
Always a pleasure.
go away.
Take care.
Let me just check the chat. Nathan, yeah, well, look, our refueler, I think, refueler needs to be changed. Jenny, definitely not, and I will defend Jenny. I will defend Jenny with violence if it requires it. Unfortunately, Nathan, I'm not flying this thing on VATSIM now or anytime soon. It's still an aircraft that requires a lot of in-depth knowledge and a lot of studying, and I mean a lot of studying to fly. Yeah, I know Sim V-Bar's a bloody horrendous aircraft. Or thing. I mean, look at that. Look at that little girl. She's awesome. What we can do in the meantime, go to our ground services. Let's double check that we are in fact on APU gen and the external AC generator can come off and we see the lights go out. That means it's being turned off. And now all we're doing is waiting for our passengers. But yeah, here we are at the beautiful Brisbane. So 01 left is what we're going to depart on. Take off out of here and then 180 loop around here. And then we'll go on the Saneg. So Saneg's like over here. So we're just going to fly avoiding the beautiful city that's over there that I've spent too much time in. And that I know, I would say decently well, especially the inner CBD. There you've got the beautiful bridge. And right there, this building right here, which is underneath the bridge, is home to a bar called Felons. I've definitely not spent way too much money in that bar. Way too much. VIPs are arriving in their Maybach, I believe that is. I'm just telling my mate. I told him in War Thunder buy the Sommoir. He's very much impressed with it. And look at that. See, we're on APU power, everything. IRS is loaded up, and it shows our aircraft on the map now. So what we're going to do, while we're here, going to go down to Stabilizer Trim 1.
Hello,
Back trim.
Captain. How are you today?
Yeah, g'day toots.
That's
Up,
great to
down,
hear.
elevated trim is
Well,
working.
we're all set back there, so we can
Trim
get
1
going
coming off,
anytime.
Trim 2 coming on. Up, down. Perfect. Awesome. So they are both working. We're going to ask... I don't know, can you actually do that? No, you obviously probably cannot. So I'm going to go out back here. We've done our pre-flight. Everything looks good to go. Close this door up. Down. A lot of people don't know this. See this white here? You need to move that. You need to pull that in. And once that's green, that means it will be able to pressurize. Let's get back in the cockpit. We're going to go to get the beacon on. Going to go hand signals. And we're going to say, okay to start engine 2. Cleared. Fuel boost pumps coming on for both engines. Ignition alpha start. And we're going to hold down the start button. And here comes the engine. Now I want you to mind your ears. This aircraft is very loud. 20% idle. Now mind you, This is with a minus 25 decibel reduction in sound. 25. Guess who didn't have it on 25, thinking it wouldn't be so loud when they loaded up the first time and then almost deafened themselves. I swear my ears are still ringing for it. Okay, doke. Good start on engine 1. Come to engine 2. We're going to hold the start button. N2's rising. 20%. Introduce fuel. Watch those EGTs rise. Also, I hope the sound mix is okay for you guys. Yeah. Oh, Nathan, 100%. UPS van. Sim. That's a Mercedes. Mercedes. So my dog started to wander. You okay? Hello. Okie doke, that's a good warning to get. Come up here, Gen 1, Gen 2. That means we can get our 10th stage off and open 10th stage up on our engines. APU gen coming off, APU's turning off, and we'll get all of our hydraulics on now. Ignition coming off, beacon is on. Passenger signs are auto, emergency lights on auto. Cool, top panel is looking good. Now, we'll get our yaw damper on. Yaw dampers 1 and 2. And for the windshield heat, that's over here. There's a click spot there, we can just put that to normal. What I'm going to do, hand signals. Nope, I need this one. Chocks out. Let's make sure we are standing on the brakes, because this aircraft has enough power to taxi by itself. And park and brake set. Hands off. No worries. APU is passenger door closed. Parking brake is on. Transponder in standby. Transponder, we're going to have to come down to here. Go to index. We're going to go to our tuning, and we'll say put in 2500 today. TCAS TA only, please. Okie doke. Well, with that, everyone, let's get a show on the road. Can I reach it? No, I can't. Oh, I could. Okie doke. So, as we can see on our charts down here, taxi via Foxtrot, Bravo. Normally you go to Alpha, but we're going to go to Bravo today. Foxtrot, Bravo, Yankee, Sierra, and then hold short Tango 14. Okay, so let's go. Our exit's right there. Up and moving, here we come. Taxiing straight, nose wheel steering, come on, hello darling, are you okay? And what I actually haven't done is any of the tests. So, we're going to start our tool system test. Do you want to find the volume knob for that, because it's very low volume. It's probably down here somewhere. No, it is not. Now, I didn't. This actually has a checklist and with a flight first officer to read it out. I think it's up here. I don't actually know how to get onto it. Turn right here on Foxtrot. Turn here. Don't need taxi lights, it's very much bright. Caution, obstacle. And holy moly, 8 people here, that's ridiculous. Nathan, I won't be surprised if that thing's not updated at all. Unfortunately, that's just something that's just become a real problem with Streamlabs or Own3D. Own3D does the overlays, Streamlabs does all the names and all that. And as you can see here, this thing accelerates really fast. What I want to do, come down here, we're going to want to check this. See if the light goes out after 2 seconds. Perfect, light goes out after 2 seconds. Everything's looking good. And then the fun test, actually, I'll stop here. Six shaker 1 works. Still shaker 2. Perfect. Smoke detection test. Works. Pyrex monitor. 1. Pyrex monitor 2. Scribs. There's your script test. Basically what I do in the 747-200. 9 viewers. Gee whiz. Taxi on to Bravo. As you can see there. Remember, we have to watch our speed. This thing, I'm on idle. I'm not touching the throttle. And she will accelerate. Such a gorgeous plane, and also do not worry about the music that will come up when we take off. Taxi on the next taxiway, not this one. Now, just a quick reminder, our initial climb rate is going to be a lot. So what we're going to do, flight directors, come on. We're going to go initial 10,000, which is not a problem for this aircraft at all. We will be using heading initially. And VNAV we're not going to be... VNAV we will not be activating really until we're descending. The VNAV system in this very much is not a VNAV system that you'll find in 7.3 or the A320. It follows a logic I do not understand at the moment. She's definitely definitely different, we'll say that. Also, another cool little feature. Ah, damn, it's not on yet. There's my in-flight entertainment, huh? There's a little map there with a screen and it will show you all of your things. Cabin's normal, bright dim, perfect, perfect, perfect. It's probably that. And there. I think I just saw the screen start loading. There you go, and you hear everything going off in the back. I must say, I do find the name Billy Bogdan very funny. As an Aussie, does sound like Bogan, almost. Almost. Might be speeding a little bit, just say it's private jet things. There you go. UI is loading up. Okie doke. Everything on the top panel is looking good. We do not need 14th stage. 14th stage, for those who don't know, is your anti-ice. Okay, now that we're moving at decent enough speed, probe heat coming on. V speeds are set. We're going to go and move the speed up to 154. 154 is set. And we will be using flaps 20 on departure. Definitely do not need the full runway in this aircraft. Little known, well, very obvious fact about her. She's powerful. And she will get up in no time. Taxiing down here, we can actually just take it off with this intersection right here. So Tango 10. I'll ask for flaps. And you see this? This aircraft banks on the ground significantly, and if you land, even if you land very, very well, very, very nicely, still like this. Still like this. It's okie doke. So, now that we're coming on, landing lights coming on, anti-collision lights coming on, flaps set, gear set, and takeoff config is okay. Passenger signs are all on, correct, and check. 01 left, this is correct. There's that divot in the runway. That's actually very, very honest. There we go. And we'll start turning around here. Remember guys, just before takeoff, maybe give this stream a like and a like. Definitely helps the channel out, gets us out to more people. Hold these brakes. Check everything's okay. I'm gonna get some more lighting on our panels, make them a little bit brighter. It's okay. Come down to here. We're gonna go down to our route menu, flight plan recall, and awesome. So that's okay. So we're gonna go to here. Okay, here we go, everyone. Should we do it outside or inside? Outside or inside the cockpit for the spool up? And do you want the HUD or no HUD? That should be also the other question. Gee whiz, look at all those likes. Already 8 likes. Gee whiz, that's ridiculous. Yeah, everyone. I think we'll do from out here. Thing is with this aircraft, when it takes off, she uses almost all that engine power. Okay, now here we go. 50%. Toga. Listen to those sounds. Nose wheel steering coming off. 70 knots, 80 knots already. Gee whiz. 120, 130, 140. Rotate. And off we go. Oh, jeez. She's definitely a vibrant little aircraft to fly. Gear up. Fly with. Just listen to it. Maintain this heading until 1500. We're going to go to our perf page. Come back down to climb thrust. Auto thrust is not engaged yet. Above 1500. Bring the flaps up. And we'll just do our left hand turn. Heading is set. Speed's looking okay. By this point you say, it's passed through 4,000. Keep this gentle bank going. Oh, gee whiz. Could you stop dying there, mate? Flight level change. Auto thrust. It's on climb. We'll bring speed up to 250. Look at that, 4,000 feet a minute. That's doing nothing. Okay, you can easily get this thing up to 6,000, and it has no issues doing that whatsoever. Unfortunately, the weather's not the best over in Queensland. Hopefully a bit better over Sydney. Speed up. Drain the speed with attitude. And we'll get that nose down. We're going to go now to nav. And we're going to go to our legs. We're going to go direct, Saneg. Execute. Perfect, we're past 10,000. So we're going to go up to our flight level 400. 400. Landing lights coming off. Perfect, flaps are up, gear is up. So that's no worries at all. We'll keep 250 for that until we get to our top of ascent. Come over standard now. As you can see, flying direct to Saneg now. What we can do, we can come over to autopilot and autopilot engaged. Come over to FLC. Oh. Now, if you ever want to think of something silly, I mean, there's Brizzy underneath us. Just know, we were there like 2 minutes ago, and we're already up 13,000 feet. This thing is powerful. She loves to climb. Definitely not like your A320s or whatever. Well, obviously, she's not as heavy. But, oh, I mean, far out, you can't. This aircraft is just insane. When I fly from Brisbane, it's always cloudy. It has been recently because we had one cold front, but also all the rain's coming because it's spring right now in Australia. I mean, where I live a few hours inland from Brisbane, and the weather was horrendous today. Absolutely horrendous. Come over in the cabin, and I mean, hello, hello, hello. You'll see Brisbane City down there. Actually, that's also got clouds on it. But here we go. So, got about an hour until we land, if we go by the estimate of right now. 751 kilometers, so that's no worries. Our speed is slowly increasing. It won't actually take an hour, so once we get to our top of ascent, we're going to go to Mach 0.8. And then, yeah, we'll straight sailing over. What I can do, get this down. I find the HUD's never... The HUD really only works at night time, because during daytime it's just too bright for it. Checking down here, everything is all good. Thrust reverse off, flaps are up, gear is up. Lights are off. After the takeoff checklist completed, air flight level 20, or 220 at this rate. Jesus, insane. 249 subscribers. Gee whiz, almost there, almost. Steady now, boys, steady now. There's beautiful Brizzy down there. I mean, look at that. I mean, she is an absolute marvel. She is gorgeous to watch. Now, hot start if you want. Just make a Global 6000 or Global Express, you know. You pretty much got the framework for it right here. I mean, how awesome would that be? Aerobask and Hot Start competing for best long range or heavy, best heavy private jet in a Gulfstream. Well, the Falcon 8X versus Global 6000 or 7500. That'd be even better. What we're going to do now, coming up to 7, we're going to go and get our music on. Perfect. Now the chill time for the stream starts. Hey, there we go. Hang on. Now you guys watch out for this. I will be right back. Give me about 2-3 minutes. I just need to go do... Well, what I need really is a cup of tea. I've not had a cup of tea today, and I could punch someone. And I'll get right back and I'll read that chat. G'day, 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 you beautiful bastards. I knew this would happen. Streamlabs, stop being a bastard. Or Stream Elements, I should say. As you can see, none of the chat actually loaded up. So... Oh, did I actually not put it on here? Hang on. Okay, well that's working. So why isn't it working here? Oh, there it is. There it is. Now it decides to finally turn up. Don't mind me. Instead of eating snacks or whatever, I'll just eat carrots. I've eaten so many carrots recently. Now let's look at all of these messages. Sim, in that case, I'll tell you the days where it's not cloudy in Brisbane. Because if it's not, if it's... My brain's gone blank because I've just had someone comment on my thumbnail. It is a busy thumbnail. It definitely isn't a good one. Well, one of my good ones. What do you guys think of the thumbnail? Too busy? Anyway, let's see this. Getting the challenge as soon as my COVID adult brain can get a hand on the complexity of biz. Just Nathan, trust me, this thing is she's complex. Let's just say that. Definitely a lot of fun. Let's see. I think we're at the top climb now. Should be. We sure are. So we're going to actually increase our speed now and come up to Mach decimal 8. Let's see. 5747. Will you also buy the 7478 when it's out, or is it look, 747-200 is my favourite, always will be my favourite. 7478 I want, because it has the new Cathay livery on it, and it's very beautiful. And actually, an airport that's the closest airport to me is Toowoomba World Camp, and that's where Cathay used to fly the 747s for like a few months. Until they realise, oh, if we want to ship to Brisbane, it's just cheaper to fly to Brisbane. But I do want 7478. Maybe the developer can, you know, give me a preview. I'll happily, I'll happily take a look at it. King Air 200, gee whiz, yeah. No, I think you'll find that this aircraft's significantly bigger than the King Air 200. Well, I was wondering how long it would take. Well, I started flying X-Plane in February. I think it was February. And I've wanted it since then. So, this is an early birthday present for me. So, that's the excuse anyway. Now, what I'm going to do, I'm going to make sure we've got our rivals. We've got Bori 4 Alpha. So 16 left is our arrival runway today. So we'll put in ILS 16 left. There we go. Yeah, transition is vectors. I would prefer the 3/4s, but oh well. Back to chat. Yeah, sadly I had my coffee quota for today. And it's 8:30 p.m. Probably not time for me to have a coffee. Yeah, chat's finally decided to make an appearance. Also, 100% agree with Sim. You want the best biz jet in any flight sim, buy this. For system steps, for the way this thing feels and hand flies is insane. I've talked to a CL650 pilot about it. Very, very realistic, and obviously there's a lot of videos about it as well. But this aircraft and the way it flies and the dynamic is very, very, very dynamic. Very dynamic. It's crazy. 0329. Nathan, are you in the States? Oh, very nice, Nathan. Very nice. Inactive Y. Ah, I see, Nathan. Yeah, I sat my Air Force exams recently, and I passed, but I was deemed not competitive. So, yeah, that sucked. But actually, 2 days after, you know, we've been flown back home. I'm still dealing with being really, really lost. Like, what the hell do I do now? I mean, I have my first year of law under me. I have my legal diploma. But I'm like, I was this close to getting into doing aviation, which was the passion. Law I've always loved, but it was this close to getting to aviation. And 2 days after, you know, I've flown home, suffered all that heartbreak. Oh, hi! We're one of the top universities in Australia with an aviation program, directly working with Qantas. We'd like to offer you a position for our Bachelors of Aviation program. And I'm like, what the fuck? I had to read that thing like 3-4 times. Like the welcome message, like, huh? What? Huh? Really? Me? And then it sunk in. It's like, holy moly, how the hell have I got into this? And then I found out, so, because I sat my high school exams all during COVID in India, that negative gearing applies to my results, so all my results got bumped up a little higher. I was like, well, as you can see here. But yeah, so that was definitely an incredible experience for myself. Let's increase the range of this actually. I do need to... The top of descent at Massim, that's, yeah, pretty much what we are expecting. We'll get the charts off this page. Actually, what we will do, come over here. We want to go here. And look, you right click on the screen and it brings up the menu. So this down here comes up if you hit the right. So this obviously... Cabin is all looking good, so that's definitely not a worry. So we're going to go to our charts, go to our lower menu, and is it arrival? Above 9,000 Bori, above 8,000 Vajra, below 9,000 Barrow. We're going 1611 or 16 left, so we'll probably go ovals, and that's where we're going to track off, and then into 16 left. When I flew into, I'm going to turn that music down. The music is a bit loud. Is the music all good volume for you guys? Just let me know if it's too low or too high. But when I was flying in the Q400 from Toowoomba, ovals, and then we went this arrival. So we went ovals, major, dipper, Jacqueline, and then you turn right in. Okay, so now that that's briefed, go to our next chart. Nope. And this is, by the way, all directly synced with Navigraph. So then ovals will go direct to tonics. Tonics, then will come down heading 155. This will automatically program the FMS and all that, so that's, I like the frequency, so that's no worries. Fly down to tonics, 14.5 miles from the runway. Won't be 4,000 by tonics. Then we will intercept the localizer by 12.5 miles, and then hopefully we'll get the glide slope for that. 1700 expected by Renam. Minimum 150 knots will be around the 170 mark, so that's no worries. 3.5 miles will come down to around our final approach speeds. No worries. We'll do flaps 40 landing as well. Transition levels, flight level 110. That's no worries. Go around. Now, go around procedures I've found interesting. So, if you fly a go around procedure anywhere outside of Australia, it tells it right here. In Australia, or in Sydney and Melbourne, it's here. That is it. It's just this little box. That is all you get. You do not get it written for you, because we all do radar approaches. So, go around is 155, so runway heading to 600 feet. Then we'll do a left turn 125, go out into the bay to 3,000 feet. Then we'll contact tower, and then we'll be circled in. If you get circled in though, it takes a long time. So you'll come up out here, and then you'll track maybe 30-40 miles north, and then you'll come back in. Don't ask me how I know. Look at my Jetstar streams in the A321, you'll find out. Decision height is 220, so we're actually going to come up. I'm going to put that away. We're going to go to our... Oh god, no, don't... No. Menu. We're going to go to our... Barrow. No, negative. It's our minimum, so our references. Yep. Barrow, and that we're going to set that to 220, and that will be very good. Cool, so that's all set for us now. So in real life, this aircraft, or this registration, more important, X-Ray November Echo, is actually a 604. And there's another livery, Australian livery, which is Oscar Alpha Foxtrot, I think. It's RACQ, which is a insurance firm here, Life Flight, which is, it's almost a competitor to RFTS, but they sort of work together. And they fly 604s as well. And someone's actually painted that livery onto this aircraft as well. It's very, very nice. But RAC, I found out, is a Queensland company. So we're holding speed. Everything is good. Let me check the chat again. Time for lunch. See you later. No worries, Sim. You go and have a good one. But Nathan, if you ever want a really fun, if you're in Microsoft Flight Sim and you want a really fun jet to fly, the Learjet 35 by is it FWS? I forget. They make the Cessna 414. Very dynamic feeling, really fun, very vibrant aircraft to fly. And when I say vibrant, I mean, one, she sounds amazing, but her in crosswinds is a pain in the real ass. Almost sort of this. And also low wing as well, but that's got tip tanks on it. So you get a wing too low. Oh, Jesus. There you go. Oh, look. Mr. Meta back again. 07. 0 at 5 knots. Oh, yeah, 070. You could really do 16 or 34. It really does not matter. I mean, if you do 07, you could really just do runway 07. Realistically. Actually, correction, runway 25, because that goes into the wind directly. Oh, Nathan, honestly, I own it. Also, I still have MSFS installed, and about 2 months ago, I bought the 727. And given the devastating news by, is it FJS, the ones who make the Q4 and the 737-200? The 727's being abandoned, which definitely doesn't piss me right off because that's the aircraft I wanted. Anyway, because of that, 727's a plane I do want to learn, but also fly on the stream. I think she's a gorgeous aircraft. So many liveries, so many airlines use them in Australia and throughout so much history in Australia. It's like, it was pretty much a must buy for me. Yeah, I love V1. V1's dope. I mean, he started out with X-Plane 11. And what's remarkable, and this is why it's never really affected me like the performance of my channel. It's like we're at 249 subs, which, by the way, bloody awesome, guys. Thank you so much. And we had over 10 viewers on takeoff, which is phenomenal for this channel. But I remember watching V1 5 years ago. Actually, no, I was watching. I found him around the 10k mark, but I remember because I was getting back into flight sim by that point. But I was watching one of his old streams where he was flying the Colomata Concorde, because I actually have the Colomata Concorde. And I was watching his stream, and it's taken him over 6 years to get to where he is now. Look at Murphy. Murphy, beautiful bastard that guy is. And he's at, what, 34k subscribers now? But he started 6 years ago. So it's 6 years to get to this point. Yeah, Nathan, it does piss me off royally that the aircraft to get... It's like 737-200's coming out. Awesome. Q400 might be an aircraft I purchase one day. Maybe. It's not really in my sort of forte or my focus area. Or my area of flying that I really like. Not really like, or really interested in. That's the correct word for it. But yeah, it did sort of, and also the responses and all that. It was just, look, and I don't want to say too much too bad, because obviously the company's done a phenomenal job over a phenomenal long time. And at the end of the day, so-and-so has the final say. Jack, I think his name is. But when he said that no one will understand the way I code or build my planes that in relation to the question of will you perhaps make it free so everyone gets a chance to try it, but also update it for X-Plane 12, make it a community project. He said that no, I won't do that because no one will understand how I put my planes together or understand my coding or something like that, along those lines. my younger brother is doing comp sci, so he's always coding, he's always doing development stuff and all that. And he pretty much put it simply. The first thing you do when you are learning to code, or when you are coding, is the most important thing is make sure it's readable for other people. If it's not readable for other people, then it's pretty much a dead program. It needs to be readable for other people, say you leave a company or whatever, to come down and be able to understand what you've written, how it's written and all that. But secondly, if someone says that, it's either the coding's not good, or they're being egotistical, unfortunately. Oh my god, Captain Canada. Far out. I mean, I remember when I had moved to India and we came back to Australia for the first time, and that was 2 years, so that's 8 years ago now. And I remember, because of the time zone difference, it was perfect. So I would wake up in the morning at 7, 8 a.m. and just start my morning with a Captain Canada stream. And he was constantly flying the Zebo 737. I couldn't even fathom owning a computer at that stage. Still on the Xbox 360 bar. No, I was on the Xbox One by that point, but yeah. Oh, interesting view, Black. I mean, I read the initial outbreak of it, and pretty much how I read it is it's been abandoned at the moment. Obviously, the 737-200 is in a lot better position. Obviously that's the case. 737-200 is in a lot better position. It flies well with X-Plane 12 physics. The systems pretty much work and all that. But the 737 or the 727, apparently it just needs pretty much a complete overhaul for the thing. That's how I understood his logic going into it, at least. Yeah, Nathan, but he mostly flies the Phoenix now on Microsoft Flight Sim now. He doesn't. That's the thing, is when MSFS came out, I mean, as a streamer, it's stupid, and yes, I am calling myself stupid, it's stupid not to be on MSFS. It just has a much bigger audience, much better visuals, per se. It's more pretty to look at, that's what I meant to say. But definitely more. It's got a far more massive fan base than X-Plane 12, certainly. X-Plane 12 is very much a niche, so that's why I think that 249, almost 250 subscribers. And just so you know, everyone, the goal is 300 by the end of the year. If we can do that, that'll be phenomenal. Oh, wait, no, actually, we're flying the Challenger. Oh, God, I'm a loser. But if we get 300, that'd be fantastic. But, like, that's the thing is, I'm streaming... My times of my streams really aren't the best. And the reason why they aren't is because I'm in Australia, and your majority audience is in the US and in Europe. I'm not waking up at 3 a.m. to start streaming, 4 a.m. to start streaming. Let's just put it that way. But second to that, I'm playing X-Plane 12. If I played MSFS, I'd probably get... I would definitely have a bigger audience. I'd definitely get more reach. That's for certain. It's just... The problem is... Once you play X-Plane, you really can't go back because the physics just feel like absolute dog. I'm not going to say that word, but yeah. Problem is the plethora of gauges and systems. You see, Nathan, that's what I love. That's why the 747-200 is my favorite. It's just so busy. There's so many dials. There's so many switches. 727 in comparison is a piece of cake, but in saying that, the 727 is a predecessor, and the systems that are in the 747-200 are much more modern than the 727, even though they look bloody ancient. Now, do I have free time next week even? Holy shit, hang on, I need to check my schedule because I'm going to be going away for 2 weeks, so there definitely won't be any streams for 2 weeks after next week, because I'll be over in Malaysia. But yeah, it's like Mickey Mike streamed 6 hours. He has 3,000 subs. He just streamed MSFS 2024 from Sydney to Auckland, 1,000 views in 8 hours. I mean, let's look at my channel, right? Let's look at my channel. Holy shit! Okay, thank you for all the support, everyone. I've just noticed that I uploaded a video of the CL650 approach and a grease into Sydney yesterday. 178 views. That's no pun intended, taken off. So I'll go to my shorts, because the shorts, you know, they get a decent amount of views actually. I actually do need to edit some. I have like 300 gigabytes of footage on my laptop that I have not put into videos, mostly because I'm a lazy bastard. But like, we're on a really good run with our YouTube shorts. We're at like 1,100 views per short, which is amazing. But one of my most viewed shorts is when I used to own the Fokker 28 for MSFS. 1,800 views, 1,100 views, and those were my first videos really to pop off. Oh, look at all the 146. I really wish I had a lot of this footage from MSFS today, because I would just edit it down so it fit the shorts format better, because I know how to do it better, a lot better now. But here, I'm flying the Learjet into, let me actually put it in the chat. I'm landing the Learjet into... It's into Rome, but LIRF. What's LRI? Or is it Lira? It's the one in the north of the city that you fly over the Colosseum and all that too. Ah, g'day, haha. How's it going? How's it going? Yeah, I'll put the link in the chat there. But 6,000 views on that one, and mind you, that hasn't got views in months by this point. But they got 6,000 views in like 2 weeks, 3 weeks. I prefer Explain because it's Lemon instead of MS Microsoft, because it runs natively on Linux. But yeah, sometimes when I see MSF screenshots, I feel bummed because I completely agree, mate. I 100% agree with that. There's definitely times I look at MSFS and I'm like, oh, if only, whatever. Okay, so what we're going to do, we're going to bring our range in. I'll get our top out descent. So we've got VNAV. I can't actually tell if it's armed or not. The lighting. Going to bring our altitude down. Okay, cool, so it is on. And there we go, so our VNAV is activated. We'll come down to 9,000 initially. And speed, I don't know why you're up there. Alt is passed. Alt hold is not on. Perf menu. Approach. So let's get our meta stuff in for Sydney, so 26003. OAT is expected to be 21. No, that's for YBBN, you absolute numpty. YSY. Nope, I'm doing the stupid thing. There we go. I have to actually type. You have to type it here. So I come down to top. Okie doke. That is telling me, yeah, top descent now. Need to clear this. So, pretty much 0, 18 degrees. Kadoke and QNH 1019. So the winds have pretty much died down. There we go, VNAV is actually working. Now, the VNAV system, as I said earlier today, does not work like any other VNAV system in your main airlines. The auto throttle and the VNAV system are not connected in this aircraft. It does my head in. Truly. These are not connected. And then I looked up the aircraft and I was like, oh, that sort of makes sense. This is not a new aircraft. Systems wise or systems logic wise, she's a very old aircraft. And so your VNAV, look, we've got it on descent. It takes learning the basics of the VNAV on the system does my head in. It did my head in. And still, even like with this approach, I was crossing my fingers, please work, please work, please work. Let's bring that barrel up to 1019 for when we started descent. Yeah, Nathan, that's in Rome. I do love flying that Rome approach into... What's the one that's just... It's north of Fiumicino, which is the more... I think it's Lira. That airport, you have to fly over downtown Rome. It's fantastic. I love that approach. That has to be one of my favorite approaches, actually. Definitely top 5. And then you've also got Urbay Airport in there, which I also own scenery for in MSFS. Oh, another thing. I own the A350 for MSFS. So I guess we could do an A350 stream sometime. I just need to work on the performance of MSFS again. Because, yeah, look, I'll put it very simply. I'll put it very simple is... It's the performance of it's definitely not as tailored as my X-Plane is. X-Plane works perfectly. Oh, Nathan, I can see that completely. Switch this over now. Oh, look at that, Kenko started streaming as well. Also, if you saw a stutter, that's just what's his name loading up. It says, oh yeah, I love to clock shop. I got my license before GPS was wide stream in 1999, huh? I think Dad got his license in 1995, 96. So Nathan, that very much puts you as a 70s person, a person from the 70s. dokie too. 29,000 feet so far. Yeah. I mean, Sim, I really want the 350. I've flown 350s quite a lot. Obviously Singapore Airlines. And also flight factor. You can't really get any better. Is flight factor and Tolis collaborating with the 350, or is that the 787? I keep getting it confused. Flying the MSFS in nearly a year. Nathan, I did a flight in MSFS with the 727 about a month and a bit ago. Yeah, okay, Nathan. I'll see how it is. I haven't flown MSFS. Yeah. I don't know, once I got myself comfortable and started buying modules for X-Plane 12, I actually saw why I would want to stay with X-Plane 12. And I mean, come on, just look at that. Oh, I mean, hello, darling. How are we? I need to look at this. Oh my, I've only just put it together. I've only just put it together. Jay, are you in the comments? Oh my god, I didn't know you were viewing me, Jay. Gee whiz. Yes, when that livery comes out, we're doing another long haul. So bring it out. Nah, when that livery comes out, oh, I cannot wait for it. That work already, when you send those update photos, looks phenomenal. I cannot wait. Cannot wait. Can I add 21,000 now? How's that speed demon? 280, that's no worries for us. India got absolutely bloody curb stomped. Very good. And I'm not saying the country. No, not anything like that. I'm talking about the cricket. Tim David caught him bowled Varun Chakravarti. He used to play for KKR. He got Travis Head out. Oh, Mitch Marsh, 46. So close yet so far. Ah, that's a shame. Inglis and I won't get us over the line. 23 from 60. Oh, she be right. Keep it up and make it look better. X-Plane lacks a large following. Is largely due to... Nathan, I have argued this for years. Actually, Vlad, one of my mates, who you would have seen his streams, he's actually the one who got me in to actually get over into X-Plane. Because I owned X-Plane, but I had never bought... like actually spent time in X-Plane or like bought any modules for X-Plane, and I really do not like this 737. But this is start of the year. 12.1 hasn't come out, so the new Lightbox. 12.2 hasn't come out, the new Clouds. Now 12.3. Where this sim has come from the start of the year to now is ridiculously crazy. It's such an overhaul from what it was at the start of the year alone. The biggest thing, two biggest things that I want X-Plane to work on. Ground textures, number one. That is the biggest complaint of everyone. They're too low resolution. They need to allow the pixel density to be increased, because we need to have higher resolution ground textures, and with it like grass and fauna and all that. And I have global forest, by the way, and it still looks mediocre at best. 2. Screen resolution. I can bring this pop-up up. That is a perfect quality. That is beautiful. It still looks great looking at there. It's very small, but that's realistic apparently. Now, let's look at... Oh, we got a message. Flight plan discontinuity. Oh, yeah, I know why. Ovals, and then we'll go tonics. Hang on, clear. Tonics, I want to put that over the vectors, because we're just going to go direct in. But look at the Tolus, for instance. Despite my former criticisms, I've come to learn it's not a Tolus problem. If you pop out the screens, they look fine. They look great. But as they are displayed in the sim, like what it is right now, absolutely horrendous, really low resolution. That isn't and it's like the ones in the Zebo, when you come from MSFS, they look blurry. And it's simply because X-Plane doesn't allow such a high resolution for the displays. The resolutions, by default, 4K. 8K, 4K, 8K. Minimum for displays. Should be a setting. Well, Sim, I don't actually have any Airbus aircraft that can do long hauls. I mean, I could get the A330neo, but yet again, the cockpit textures on that thing are absolutely ugly. And I will say that Tolus have done such a horrendous job on that cockpit modelling. I really want them to get an art director. I really do, because Tolus systems are fantastic. I just think they need a better cockpit. The A340-600, now, that'd be an aircraft I'm interested in. It looks fantastic. It looks great. The cockpit looks great. And the systems are, well, it's Tolus. Goes without saying. Only a few wait. Thai had the A340-600. Did Cathay have the A340-600 though? Ah, they did. Ooh. Now, I'm a bit biased for Cathay. Well, firstly, Cathay realistically is an Australian airline. It was founded by Australians. But my uncle, who I'm going to see for the first time in like over a decade in a few weeks, well, when I go down to Sydney before flying to Malaysia, he was a mechanic for Cathay for their 777s when they used to fly them down. I really do wish, though, that Tolus gave us the A340-300. The A340-600, I like the big engines. It's just so long, it's not that visually appealing as the 340s, especially with the hair dryers. We're going to transition a Barrow right now because we can. Speed's coming down. 250. Chuck spoilers out for that one. Go alt hold temporarily. Bleed that speed off. Bring the range in as well. Nope, range is here. No, V path. Come on. She's coming down to 4,000. Okay, in this case, when in doubt, VS. As you can tell, I'm still learning. Bring that down to 200. What I'm going to do is come to our perf here. Perf menu, come to our approach. Everything's already set. Next page, please. And we'll send our speeds in. So VOF's 125, so 130 is what we'll be landing at today. Make sure our reversers are armed. And seeing as we're below 10,000, we'll get the landing lights on already. Just one less thing to do. Now we need to be at 4,000 by Onyx, remember? So I would say we're definitely making it. There's the airport out there. So that's with Global Forest with all the trees. I think that looks great. Obviously it doesn't really blend in with the dark here, but you know. Fortunately that's the best we can get. Also flight temp, one thing I will say is some sceneries are an absolute bitch to get ortho to work with them. Brisbane is a pain in the ass. Melbourne works seamlessly with auto ortho and all that. Sydney by flight tamper, absolute pain in the ass. I asked Drishel about it and he said, oh, just follow my video. I did, it didn't work. And what I had to do is then make the, like, you had to mesh that comes with the scenery, and basically what he did was, I think that in, by the way, we can probably go VNav, can't we? Yeah, we're on V path, cool. I'm going to bring this down to 3,000. Yeah. It's 1,700 actually for the last waypoint. 1,700 by Renam, yeah. Make sure our heading is also set for 155. Expo and VR, yeah. I would love to. I've always wanted to get into VR. It just, you know, you need the system for it. Apologies. There we go, doing our turn in. Let's activate our approach mode, get that warmed up for us. Spoilers are in, so that's no worries. Yeah, it's beautiful Sydney. That would be, that's not Bankstown. Bankstown, if you want to know where Bankstown is, well, there's the city. With a little bit of a city of it. Ah shit, where is it? Sometimes you can visually see it. But basically Bankstown's only like 13 nautical miles or something like that. There, YSBK. So it's over there somewhere. Yeah, if you see those buildings, Bankstown Airport's like there. Actually, we should have flown into Bankstown. Glide slope was actually captured. Bring our speed down. Bring that down to 160. 37 ice. Oh, okay, Nathan. I'm on a 4070 with like an i7 10 something. As I said, yeah, I really want to get into VR. I'd really love that. Okay, glide slope capture and everything. Gear coming down. You get gear down first in this thing because she is fast. Runway's in sight. Despite the horrendous default ground textures, she is gorgeous. Hopefully when I fly down to Sydney this time, I'm not 3-4 right and instead I'm on 1-6 left. Dad got that. Oh, there's there's Sydney Cricket Ground, which is where the cricket's been played right. No, that's down the MCG. Okay, let's come to flaps. Go around altitude was 3,000, so we're going to actually get that set now. 3,000 set. Flaps 20. Come down flaps 30. Let's bring that speed down now. 130 is our approach speed. Runway inside. (25, 26 FPS). Now, maybe it's me, but I feel like what's his name is capped, sort of like that. Because if I go to my plugins, Flywalua, auto view distance, limits, and I go manual. FPS has gone down. Well, actually it hasn't gone down. It's still 25, 26, even though I've pushed the view distance out so much. Okie doke. So, gear down. Come to flaps 40. Auto throttle is set correctly. Go around altitude is set. Landing lights, gear, flaps, 1000, cross-checked, and we're cleared to land. My aircraft. Do you want the HUD or not? HUD or not? Yeah, text color is definitely hideous. Oh, they sure do look great on this. Gee, especially when you get over the Qantas buildings here, like the Qantas hangars, she gets bumpy. Actually, we parked at this gate right here, and Oscar Golf Alpha, the brand new A321, was right here. I'm not kidding. I'm like, I hope I get to see it. It was right there. Bit high. No worries. We can fix this. Very gentle on the stick. Thankfully, the Air Force has confirmed my psychomotor skills are the highest in Australia this year in the testing. So I do have that going for me. Just very, very gentle. 2 reds, 2 whites. I'm happy with that. Let's keep that glide path coming down minimums. Yeah. Roses are set. I do. Continuing. You see the ground textures are very blurry. Oh, that's fly tamper though. I can definitely get ortho, that's better. Now you want to fly her into the ground here. Keep flying her in. And see then the throttle's auto retard. Keep her there, keep her steady. Oh, there we go. Every time. We're really going to keep going reverses unsafe every time. And you're braking. Every time. Reverse is unsafe. I think it's because I keep the auto throttle in. I need to get rid of it. Anyway, everyone. Get the spoilers in. Nose wheel steering coming on. And we'll vacate to the right here. Well, welcome to Sydney. God, if you guys could feel, this aircraft is so nice to land. And just to hand fly in general. Keep those brakes in. There's the port. Different ships this time. Those ships change every time you're here, which I do like. Do you actually need to set a key binding up? So, if you want to see, the auto throttle button here is here. But yeah, I think you need to disable the auto throttle before you engage reverse thrusters in this thing. Then that's coming off, anti-collision light coming off as well. Awesome. Now, for the sake of sounds, I think what we're going to do is just stop it here. Center that nose wheel. Let's get back in reverse. Hour and 55 minutes so far, so not too bad. Gonna go down here. Flyer into the ground, and then just a minor thing. Beautiful. Ah, almost on center line. Actually close enough that I'll take it. Obviously had no reverses, but ground spoilers did come out. The brakes on this thing are... You're not actually supposed to hit the brakes until under 40 knots, in like if reverses are working. But I mean, stops on a dime. It's like no worries for this aircraft. She's like, she's all good. Look at this one. I got that cinematic camera on for you. Yes, yes, very much agree, so very much. Here we go. It's probably camera view you guys would rather. I do love 1.6 left though. Just being able to fly over the entire... Well, you fly over the entire airport. Oh, barely even noticed it. Barely even noticed it. What we will do, chuck her back there again. Now, what a perspective I want. Now, unlike the Rotate MD-11, she actually does work really well with replay mode. No, give me the damn runway view. So I can do this on the fly. I am professional. Oh, there's a target sign. You're right there, Holmes. You're right there. Oh, just kissed it on. Ground spoilers out. Reverses just decided, nope, not today. I don't want to work. I'm going to be a lazy bum. Oh, I mean, she's so nice to fly. She really is. Like, I would say probably best flying aircraft in X-Plane. Best flying. I have no worries saying that. Now, also, I haven't done a stream with it yet, but we have the Piper Seneca by CIS, which is For those who know, a phenomenal add-on. So we might have to do a stream in that. I'll try find time next week. Maybe do it after work like today again. That's landings going on. Oh, okay, Nathan, yeah. Oh, I can put a record. That's the thing, is a lot of my landing videos that I've put on YouTube, I haven't put on Reddit yet. I've been thinking of it. Oh, Sim. Oh, you sure you want to do that? Yeah, no, I would agree. Like, the systems depth combined with a graphical package, combined with a sound package, it really, there is no competition for it. But you kind of hope so for $124 US. But no, honestly, like, I spent that money, and it's a birthday present for me. This is obviously not something I would buy regularly, ever. But no, she is such an awesome aircraft. 1400 hours in the Seneca. Far out, okay. Gee whiz. Let's get another replay sorted. I do love flying. This thing works seamlessly with replays, especially with 12.3 and how the replays work. Oh, hello. That's a photo and a half. Shame the ground texture is absolute dog shit. What do I want to do? What we can do, bit of a camera trick for those who don't know. See how I'm zooming in, but it zooms out a bit wider for that? It's you're fish-eyeing it pretty much. Yeah, it's a bit louder. Nathan, she sure is. She's a complete package. And yeah, as I've said, like, that's the thing, is Tollus, fantastic systems, but it gets the textures and graphics just come all wrong. Also, I'll just show you guys. Let me get back to OBS. Now, something that a lot of people would learn when they learn to fly is, oh, so yeah, brand new stick. How's it going? That's VKB Gladiator. $250. Well worth it. All I'm doing, just my thumb and my finger. That's all I'm doing. All I have to do with this thing. Obviously, we had really, really calm winds. This thing in crosswind is an absolute bastard, and I hate. This is how you know an aircraft is really good. I hate flying this, and I absolutely hate flying this in a crosswind. So what I'm going to chuck this back here, because what I haven't done, it's actually got a replay or recording of it, because I'm an idiot. I've only just realised that now. But I mean, g'day Sunday, how are we? Yeah, Nathan, 100% Tollus, fantastic, until we talk about textures. But gee whiz, do I love this 1/6 left approach. Coates High building. Like, it is so good. But oh, this plane, I mean, it just feels fantastic. It feels it feels dynamic. It feels like you've got this 15, 20, 30 ton plane. You're flying it. No ifs, no buts. You are in control of it, and you need to control it. That's what I do love with it. But here's something with this aircraft. It's 2 reds, 2 whites. And then it just, yeah, 1 white and then 2 whites. She just floats. That's something I do need to work on, because I mean, we landed in touchdown zone. But, yeah, she definitely goes She definitely goes long. Oh, no, I flew her into... Oh, God, do I even want to expose myself? I flew her up into... So I did Hamburg to Dresden, and then... was it Dresden back to... Dresden back to Hamburg. And, Dresden was 40-degree headwind, 20 gusting 35. And it was such a pain in the ass to land. And I think I did, I was minus 325. It was a horrendous landing. But something with this aircraft, if you land on the right main or the left main first, the aircraft sinks on one side. And it doesn't stabilize. It's really weird. Yeah, Nathan. Well, Nathan, that's the thing. I should have done that because why do we add VREF plus 5? Well, simple. It's safe speed, but also given the winds. What you want to do, as you'll know, is look at your headwinds, divide that by 2, and that is what you want to add on top of your approach speed. But it's like 0 winds really today in Sydney. Yeah, on short final, yes. That's correct. I mean, you barely even know we're on the ground with this. Yeah, but then I flew back to Hamburg and that was like 14 knots and that was I think I butted that landing. That was a really fantastic approach. Because see with Hamburg is I actually have the Aerosoft scenery for it. But also I've got, sorry everyone, I'm just gonna have to replay it one more time. I'm just getting all the recordings for it so I can actually edit the thing down. But yeah, it's definitely a yeah, that Hamburg approach, especially because of the sceneries I have for Hamburg. Like there's a freeway. There's a really, really amazing freeway cityscape for Hamburg. I suggest everyone gets it. It's for VFR flying. And it's really, really good. But you can get a really good background shot. A really good background shot. Yeah, Nathan, you could say that it makes the plane live up to its name. But yeah, no, in reality, it's because of how so narrow it is. There's a high likelihood you can hit the wing, but also it hates crosswinds. You do not want to land her at all without crabbing. If you don't crab, you need to go around. But yeah, like if you say this landing, which was a beautiful landing, I think we can all agree. That landing, if I say landed on the right or the left main first, it will sink into the ground more and it will not stay like level. Okay, apologies everyone, I'm doing the final replay. It's the final one. Don't worry. We'll get the guess over here. Just pretty much use half the runway as you do. This is something I do want them to work on is the lighting. Like, what's this? What in the X-Plane 11 shenanigans is this? Actually, I'm thinking, would you guys be interested in me manually manipulating the weather and cranking it to like a 30 knot crosswind and showing you how much of a pain this thing is to land? I mean, just look how elegant she is to land. There's this one video I saw of her in St. Moritz, I think it was. Absolutely butters it. Oh, beautiful landing. Okie doke. We got the recording, everyone. We finally got the recording. Okay, doke. Now all the serious business can be finished. Let's come to, say, flaps 20. Flaps 20 is there, isn't it? No. There's flaps 20. Okay, doke. What I'm going to do, I'm going to come up here. We're going to go to winds. Nope. Winds. Here we go. And I want a 30 knot wind. We're doing manual now. 30 knot wind, please. And on the ground, say, just, I don't know, to 27. Okay. Gust speeds can increase 5 knots. Gust speed increases 5 knots as well. No worries. There we go. Apply those changes. You can actually feel the aircraft. It shuddered a bit. Do you want to do that with that big? Struts don't take. Yeah, exactly. You sure you want to do that with the big vertical stabilizer? Oh yeah, why not? Only once. Let's chuck her in the. Chuck her over. Hang on. So we're gonna deactivate approach. I'm hand flying this entire thing. Besides, if we look at the windsock, I mean, far out. Like, that's what I do love with the X-plane. I can feel on the aircraft, on the ground. Why has the livery changed? That's not the correct livery, and it's obviously glitched out because the brakes keep going off. Yeah, look, see, look at the sway on this thing. Okay, let's go. Takeoff config, okay. Far out. I mean, look at the tilt. There, let's rotate. Positive rate, gear up. I mean, I'm sideways already. Just casual 5,000 feet a minute. Let's bring that power back. I'm going to do a right hand turn. We'll climb up to 3,000. Don't need to go too fast today. Yeah, Nathan. She is... Yeah. They need to give her a suspension to tune up, I'm thinking. Crap. Just fly her out here a bit. I mean, I will say this. This livery just looks awesome. But I've never seen that happen before. Just changes livery. As you do. Yeah, just hand flying her around. Still got the flaps down. Don't need to bring them up. We're just gonna turn her around very shortly. We need to be 3,000 over this island though. Also, funnily enough, you can tell this scenery is old. That gas power plant isn't there, and this is mostly houses now. Like, you see the houses there? Eh. Oh no, I've wrong trim. Okay, doke. Let's turn her around now. Chuck her on a steep bank, hang on. No, go down. Manage the steep turn, come on. Jesus Christ, she can be a absolute pig. Need more power then. I think the turn was too steep. But the change in livery mid-flight's definitely new. Gear would come down over here. We'll get ATS set anyway. So speed will come down to 130. Here we go. Let's turn on to final. Next stage flap. Flaps 30. Look, we're pretty much sideways. This way we need to make sure nose wheel steering is off. Come down to flaps 30. I mean, it doesn't really matter, we'll turn the landing lights on anyway. Hello, what the Okay, so I did turn the gusts up, as you may be able to notice. Full flaps gear down. Clear to land. Get her back on center line, come on. Continuing. And there's a wing strike. And look, I can't do anything about it. Okay, let's act. Trim for airspeed on short final, it'll help you. Yeah, exactly. See, it is so... Obviously, I said it so it's like 30 knots, gusting like 35 here, like to replicate Hamburg. But you get... See, I've just moved the wing up a millimeter, and all that wind will take it. And you see, I can't land it in that crab. And then it's absolutely uncontrollable. You have... And then, yeah. Ow. Did we actually whack the wing? Oh, we definitely hit a rake. But a rake's easily replaceable. Did we hit the wing though? Shit. Hey, it'll buff out. But yeah, see? Once this plane, if this plane is at all on the ground unstable, you cannot get her back. Cannot. See, because look here. Look how compressed the gear becomes. It's pretty much in the aircraft at this rate. So obviously, yes, this is one of the problems you have when you have a narrow gear aircraft. But, okay, so we're taxiing now. We're taxiing there. Look at the tilt. And the tilt isn't caused by balance issue or whatever. It's caused by the gear. The inner one is compressed so much that the outer one is still acting like a stilt. Well, I sure do have a number to call. Like, we're taxiing now, and I'm gonna try to chuck some of that weight over, but it's still got that angle on it. I think what we'll do, we'll taxi her over. So yeah, she's definitely an aircraft I want to learn, especially with the characteristics that she indicates in a crosswind. I've done a few crosswind landings with her already, but especially in a significant crosswind like this, at my stage, you have to go around, because once one wheel descends lower than the other, that wing is in too much danger. It doesn't even matter if you land like both mains at the same time. Is if you got wind, it's going to push that wing over, or one of those wheels down. What we'll do, even though we pretty much destroyed the plane, hang on. First of all, I'm gonna try. This is global livery, so maybe we have to do some flying in Canada. Maybe. But that livery is just gorgeous. Where's Zulu November Echo? Does it work if I do that? It does. Okie doke. Well, I'll take it. But yeah, I don't really know if the gear not centering or stabilizing is normal or whatever. It's definitely interesting. Let's see this. If it happens again, hard rudder to the right to get the initial level of wings, but it can't work if the plane's moving slow because the rudder will be infected. 100% Nathan. 100%. The problem for me is I don't have I would like rudder pedals. However, when I did my Air Force exams, we had to use those cheap Thruster Master ones. They are horrendous. I will not be buying them. Like, they're really, really bad. And so on this yoke, it's one of those systems that it actually pushes the stick up while rotating, and it's very, very let's say sensitive. I need to create some dead zones. It shouldn't have as much rudder authority as it does, because it's like 0 and then 100% deflection, like very quickly, really. I think that's my biggest problem though, is rudder pedals are just so expensive. There's no real middle ground. VKB one's looking interesting, but there's no toe brakes, which really isn't a problem. Apparently there's a programmable button on them. And then there's, what's the other one? MG or something that makes some good ones. Apologies for my phone, I'm just checking the cricket out. Who the hell? Matte short, golden dark. Story is 6 of 6. Boomerang came in and just started wrecking everyone. Like, you might not be able to notice it. We're in taxiing for a while, there's still a tilt in the aircraft. See, the center is just lower. Bring that down to 0, turn heading off. Clear to cross runway 025, 0725. A380. That's another thing with MSFS, is they've got that freeware, really high fidelity freeware A380. That'd be a really, really fun aircraft to fly, I think. That CL650 approach video they put up, it's almost at 200 views. That's insane. Anyway, we're going to park it down here because, well, that's where she has to park. So this is where I think Link and Rex will park. Link and Rex will park over here normally. And then Qantas will be on the other side. I still can't believe that. I flew down to Sydney and I'm like, I really, really want to see one of the A321 Neos. Because Oscar Golf Alpha had only started doing commercial flights like 2-3 days prior. I really wanted to see Oscar Golf Alpha. And I get on the ramp, because it's a Q400, you get on the ramp. And I'm like, oh, I wonder if so I did a cockpit tour of the Q400. It's very, very old. But I did the cockpit tour, walk out the aircraft, said, hey, can I take some few photos playing? Oh yeah, no worries, whatever. And then I step out and I take a photo of the nose and I look at the photo quickly and I look at the background and I'm like, holy shit, it's Oscar Golf Alpha! It was literally the aircraft parked in the next stand. So that was pretty awesome. There's the Rex office. Now, this Krispy Kreme is very famous. Well, in my family. Dad used to work at Sydney Airport. He was actually a well, so before he worked for Ansett and Qantas, he was working with DHL as a baggage handler and well, freight handler for the airport. So he would load up 727s or whatever. And that Krispy Kreme he would always go to, and he would always buy donuts every now and then. This is before, you know, we had really big reforms to, you know, minimum wage and how much you should be paying people. And that Krispy Kreme he would always go to. And that Rex hangar I've actually been into because, well, my uncle is the head of mechanics for Rex. Okie doke, let's chuck around here. I never started the APU. It's starting. I am holding both brakes. Get that APU sorted. Let's come off. APU is on, so APU generator coming on, gen's coming off. And engine power coming off. Bleed F 10 stage coming on. Engines coming off. Boost pumps coming off. Hydraulics 3B, 2B, 1B coming off. Yeah. Let's see our engines. Perfect. 13.7. And beacon come off. Mask. Chocks in. Yeah, stop screaming at me. Good amp coming off, max trim, and stabilizer trims coming off. And we landed with 1.6 tons of fuel. That's perfect. So, if we walk this way, depressurize, open door. Ah, shut up, stop screaming at me. And what we're going to do, we're going to go here, we're going to go ground services, we're going to... No, we need to call my darling, hang on. Back in the seat, get back in the seat. Call the FBO. Go on, Toots, get back to me.
Hot start flight support, Jenny speaking. How can we help?
Take my passengers, yes.
Of course, I'll have that over with you in a minute or two. Anything else?
Give me the AC
Of
power.
course, I'll have that over with you in a minute or two. Anything else?
That's all.
Always a pleasure. Take care.
We're doing a full experience, you know. 10 stage shows in, probe heat coming off, windshield heat coming off. Yeah, stop screaming. Nav lights stay on, that's no worries. Those come up, they can stay on dim. All of these lights are off. Seatbelt sign, smoking sign, emergency lights come off. Yeah, shut up. All of these are okay. The fail, we'll just take that out with a yoink of that button. Master warnings suppressed. And I mean, g'day everyone, welcome down to sitting. Let me see. Trustmaster plastic pedals are shit. Try some CH pedals. Cheap. Okay. I'll keep that in mind, Nathan. Yeah, because I've tried the Thrustmaster ones. Literally, I am at an Air Force base, sitting it, and highest psychomotor skills in the country, just not to flex, well, this year. And the yeah, we had to use, and literally they were complaining. They said, just be careful with the rudder pedals, they are shit. They just say it straight up. So if you feel like you can't control them much, don't worry, they are horrible. CH pedals, I will keep those in mind, because that's the problem is thrust like pedals are either $150, $400, or $700 or $600. There's no in between. I see the tilt. You broke your airplane. No, Nathan. This is another thing with this aircraft. That gear. Oh, here's our VIP transport. That gear. It doesn't matter. Even if you land it really, really nice, doesn't matter. It really doesn't matter. I've done a crosswind landing in a 25 knot crosswind. I landed a very nice, like 150 feet a minute. So very light landing. So what airplanes in quite? Oscar Golf Alpha which is the XLR that Qantas recently got. Which formerly Oscar Golf Alpha was 767s. Yeah, he's the head of mechanics for Rex. Okay, doke. So VIPs are now taken. Still waiting for that bloody AC power. Well, anyway, what we're gonna do? I'm gonna come over here. Now, where was the button to open this damn panel up again? No, here it is. Bring the gear door down. Wheel well is correct, and you can, if it's night time, you can actually bring a light into the wheel well. Let's get all these sorted. First, it was there, and then there was another one. Is it here? No, where is it? There. Okay. AC power's finally here. Let's get back in the cockpit. I love this walk around feature where you are like a character. There we go. And we'll go on external power. That can come off. Hydraulic pump can come off. External power, yeah, shut up. And now that that's come off, it's a lot quieter. But let's get all of our covers on. And that's what I love, when it's windy, all the removable for flight things become windy as well. Let's come over here. Get all of these on and here. And that's what I do like. Let's take this off. And this. And where's the click spot for it? No, wrong button. There's one under here, wasn't there? So there's your weather radar. Sadly it doesn't work with 12.3's weather yet. So hopefully that gets updated. How could Challenger make a fat bizjet with sickly landing gear? Mate, I understand. It's stupid. The gear should be here, not there. SideTech Pro Combat Rider pedals were great. It's a shame they were Yeah, that's what happens when Logitech takes things over. So there you go, you get the weather radar up. Then, oh, look at this. Let's open this up. Insert the key. Insert the key. And here is the actual battery, so you can actually take out the... Well, you can actually disconnect the APU battery from in here. Obviously, come back on the wing, everything's all good. I think this is for DC power, I believe. And then obviously you got this here. This is the APU here. And all of these work, by the way. Interesting. I mean, I won't be using this airframer. But what I do like, apparently you're supposedly 5'9" or something, which is very short. I'd rather be 6'2", as I am. But it really gives you, this is at full zoom out, it gives you a really good grasp of the size of this aircraft. For that. So that's for the water that you can actually refill. Come down the wing. Let's get our, because I forgot, get these put on the gear. What's here? Oh yeah, you can click on the wing so you can tell if there's ice on it or not. What's this panel here? Wing and all. Oh, this is wing. Oh, that's the fuel tank. No, close. Ah, stuff it. We'll get it all fully open. I mean, look at this. I mean, it's pretty insane, isn't it? The level of detail. Where is the cord? There's a cord I'm looking for. What we've got to do, let's come into the aircraft. Hello, hello, hello. Disconnect APU and we'll turn off power entirely. There's a way to... It's like... Oh, there we go. Ah, you can't actually see it, but I've just clicked. There you go, and I've disconnected power. So you can actually disconnect the battery, say it's going to be in storage for a long time so it just doesn't drain the battery. And this is your oxygen tanks. And we're up where we need to be. So yeah, I mean it's a really, really cool aircraft. And like, look, even all of these are... Even all of these are modeled. I mean, it's just phenomenal the amount of detail they can get. Oh wow, nah, that's really good. I agree, I've had the side text that were okay. I bought two sets of CH pedals, the only con with them is centering spring is a bit strong. Oof, okay. But I mean, let's get this put up here. I mean, how phenomenal is this aircraft? It's... No. Stay close, you bastard. No. No, you never stand under a door. There we go. Push that in. So she's all locked up. Bring the nose cone down. And when you have the weather radar on, that actually moves, which is awesome. Close that up. That up. Hands that up. Spring down these and close the latches. Locked. And let's close down this one. Lock, lock, lock. There we go. So anyway, guys, I hope you enjoyed the stream today. I very much did. I mean, she's such a phenomenal plane to fly. Like, really, really, really fun to fly. And, I mean... Look, this is controversial. I think she's worth the money. She is the most expensive add-on, but I can see why. And this, me being honest, is the amount of detail and complexity in this aircraft. I don't want to know how long it took them to even get to the basic version of this, let alone the standard is today. But it has the sounds, it has the flight dynamics, it has the complexity in both system depth, but also the physical depth of the aircraft. And I think that's modeled spectacularly, whether it be the anti-ice system, which I've had to use quite a bit when I was flying in Europe because of the cold weather or that. Whether it be the refueling, but also you have the FBO, you have all of the other things that come with the aircraft. And I think if you walk across or out here more, you actually get returned to the there you go, you get returned to the FBO. But it's
Welcome to Hot Start Flight
oh,
Support.
this is just a restart. There's no real end to it. But then you have the FPO, and then you've got Jenny, which Jenny is worth the money 1,000,000%. But also, it forces you to use your brain. You want to use, you want this amount of fuel? Well, the weight of fuel per litre today is this, and how many kilos do you want? You need to calculate that. She uses a really old, I think it's a, apologies, I'm tired, I've worked a 9-hour shift today. But you've got like a UNS-1 FMS, and that is so complex with detail and depth to it that me going by like sense of feel, because the BAE 146 for Microsoft Flight Simulator has the same FMS in it. Just trying to do that by feel, I just couldn't do it. I had to watch a video to explain it quickly to me, just the complexity of it. But then you have And so it's phenomenal in that regard. But then you have like these little things. Like, because yeah, you definitely... What is that noise? Oh yeah, because you're in an FBO. It's technically aircraft around, but... I mean, it is... What are you walking... Nathan, this isn't a walk-around plugin. This is what comes with the aircraft. Fucking hell, playing with that little door. Gee whiz. Gee whiz. Gee whiz. Ah, night sim. I mean, it is just... I don't think there's competition to how well this is modelled. Especially for an aircraft of this caliber, and like... It's not your CIS Seneca. CIS Seneca is very, very well modelled and has very good graphics. But it's a piston aircraft. It's not a jet. But yeah. I mean, what else can I say, really? Other than, I hope you all enjoyed today's stream. I very much enjoyed streaming it. Means I get one to fly this aircraft, but also have a chat. And the chat has been lively today. You guys have been bloody awesome today. And basically this week, and I will confess this, I've seen extreme growth with the channel. But also, when I'm streaming, I've found some good times at work. But also, I've got time to spend to talk to you guys. And it really, for me, it's awesome. Because, hey, I'm not just sitting here by myself. Here I am. I can have a great chat to all of you, and this is why I do enjoy live streaming. Anyway, everyone, I really hope you enjoyed today's stream. I really did. My name's Taz. My name's Mitch. Fucking idiot I am. Excuse the French. My name's Mitch. You can call me Taz. And thank you so much for watching. Ciao.